Coming up on Midco Sports tonight, highlights, stats, and post-game reaction from Northern State's quarterfinal win in the Division II Elite Eight. Then it's a high school track rundown. Alex Heinert recaps the Dan Lennon Invitational at the Dakota Dome. And finally, hear from USD Women's Hoops head coach Dawn Plitzu-White as her team prepares for their WNIT third-round matchup against Michigan State. All of that plus much more. Midco Sports Tonight tips off right now. Good evening, everyone. Glad to have you here. I'm Kelly Stewart, and this is Midco Sports Tonight. Well, it was a historic evening last night at the Sanford Pentagon right here in Sioux Falls. Of course, the Division II men's and women's basketball Elite Eight is going on this week, but the home squad, the Northern State Wolves, had the last game of the night, and fans that stayed up late to see it definitely got their money's worth. It was a sold-out crowd last night, 3,167 fans to be exact. A lot of them donning the maroon and gold, and they travel well from Aberdeen, but this guy, Ian Smith, gave them a lot to cheer about. Late first half, nice read off the ball screen. Smith pulls up for the jumper. That one's good for 2. Wolves up by 9. More from Smith. Another ball screen, another jumper. This one gets the shooter's roll, but it's still good. Smith was 5 of 6 from the field in the first half. But look at this dish. No-look dime to Gabe King for the slam. Crowd loved it. King's only bucket of the first half. It was a good one. East Stroudsburg had some talent, though. Jaquan Jones, a redshirt junior, turns defense into offense here, picking off Ian Smith's pass. He takes it in for the easy finish. Later on, Jones will be sharing the wealth, driving to the hoop, up and under pass to the big man Steve Harris, who drops it in. Jones had 5 dimes in the game. Wolves enter the halftime break up 38-32, but check out this half-court shot by Taylor Zemlicka, former Northern State linebacker. Drills it, crowd goes crazy, I would too. He earned a $100 Buffalo Wild Wings gift card, waves his Northern State flag, the Bash Brothers brum from his guy. Congrats to Mr. Zemlicka. All right, back to the game, second half. NSU's Logan Doyle left in space in the lane. Dish from Darren Paterka, and he does the rest, 2 of his 13 points. But let's go back to the Warriors. Steve Harris, the 6'7" redshirt senior, played the role of villain last night. Strong drive to the hoop. Contact, gets the bucket to go. Crowd didn't like it, but he let them know. And one from Harris. And then later on, beautiful dish from Jaquan Jones on the drive. Harris flushes it, and the Warriors try to rally to make a late comeback, but the late run was silenced by the Wolves, and throughout the game, DJ Pollard was a big part of that. Great ball movement leads to a wide open look from downtown for the senior, drains it, and then late second half, turning defense to offense. Pollard with the quick hands takes it to the other end, throws it down. Crowd going crazy. That puts the Wolves up by 17. They'd finish this one out, and they move on to the semis. So 79-71 the final. East Stroudsburg finishes their season at 27-6. Steve Harris led the way for them with 28 points, a career high. As for the Wolves, the win, historical night for them. It was the program's first NCAA Elite Eight win in school history. They also broke the single-season school record for victories with their 35th win, as they're 35-3 on the year. 4 players in double figures, led by Ian Smith at 21 on 9 of 12 shooting. Pollard chipped in 19. Logan Doyle and Gabe King had 13 and 10 respectively. Here's what Paul Sather had to say after the game.
Play ahead of time. I stopped watching them. I just decided to go in the locker room and hide. They're awfully good. They're really well coached. They can get you in a lot of different ways. But we've said it all year. It's not who, it's not when, and it's not where. It's how we play. Our focus is on us. And it's got to be on us, and then our preparation's got to be for what little changes we might make for Queens. And they're fantastic, obviously a fantastic team. But we're not going to reinvent the wheel in 2 days. We're going to be who we are, and that's important. Our guys trust that. They believe in this team, and the most important thing with this whole run is that our guys, they're the ones talking. It's fun during a practice when we're going against a live scout squad and they make a mistake and I look and I'm not even saying anything, and we got 3 or 4 guys huddling talking about who needs to tag the post, who's got to, and they're all solving problems. And it's been another thing we've said a lot this whole year is solve it. Don't point fingers. Solve it. Be a problem solver out there, because that's going to help you not just now but down when you're married and have 4 kids and there's a lot going on in your life. It's a lot harder than this. So, I mean, it's been a fun ride. These guys have really taken what we do and run with it.
All right, Coach say they're referring to Queens University out of North Carolina. They'll take on in the semis. But when we come back, we'll talk some high school track. Alex Heinert recaps the Dan Lennon Invitational that took place down in Vermillion. You're watching Midco Sports Tonight.
Midco Sports Tonight, presented by Avera Orthopedics.